A very good evening to honorable guest and speaker, Mr. Mahendra Singh Rathore, sir, respected dignitaries and dear participants. I am Dr. Indira Dikshit. Welcome you all with my heart in FTP on exploring dynamic of National Education Policy 2020 of National Education Policy 2020 Day-6 on Government Leadership and Management. We are very happy to have with us the guest of honor and our expert, respected Mr. Mahendra Singh Rathore, sir. Sir, presently working as Principal, Gitanjali Institute of Pharmacy, Gitanjali University Campus, Udaipur, Rajasthan. Sir worked as Director of IQAC Cell and Professor at MMT2B University, Ambala, Haryana. Head of Pharmacy, Department of Associate Professor and CT Institute of Pharmaceutical Science, Sir, lecturer in LM College of Science and Technology, Jodhpur. Sir, also experienced in corporate sectors. Sir, conducted many training programs in expert session for academics and research scholars. Sir, editor and peer reviewer in many more reputed journals. Sir, member in various professional organizations. Sir, always invited as a chairperson and resource person in international and national conference, workshops, seminars, and training programs. Sir authored more than 5 books and published more than 50 research papers in international and national conferences. Welcome, Rathore, sir. I kindly request to you, please share your deep knowledge with us and start your session. Rathore, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Indira. First of all, I would like to know from the participants that am I audible and visible to all of you?
Yes, sir, you are audible and visible.
Yeah, so thank you very much for providing me the opportunity. I will start my session. And I would request the participants that this session is going to be a totally different kind of experience for all of you. And you will see a new flavor of the criteria 6 and the different manner. And before that, I would like to know from the participants that how many of you are the faculty members, how many of you are the IQC coordinators or the institutions who are going first time. So please chat in chat box so that I can come to know the audience who are there. So you can just write down that the professor, assistant professor, IQC coordinators. So because this criteria 6 is important, particularly for the IQC coordinators. So yes, Dr. Priti is there, assistant professor. Any IQC coordinator is here? Yeah, Kritika Das Banerjee ma'am, assistant professor. Jyotisha ma'am is there. Kritika Das Banerjee is there. Sanamrita Sen ma'am is there. Dr. R. Divalakshmi, assistant professor from the CSE department. Yeah. Yes, please come on, so that I will start the session when I will see at least 10 to 15 participants that they will respond that what is that. So please let's come on, let's make this session vibrant, and then I would like to have this session interactive one. So this would not be just like a satsang and then I'm delivering the lecture and then you are listening. So please be with me. Yeah, assistant professor Chandra Panchal ma'am, Dinta David ma'am. Yes, thank you Aparna ma'am, Naina George ma'am, thank you. So dear participants, I am very glad to know that Dr. Meenakshi is there. Thank you, JCRC University. So I think that there are the many faculty members who are at the assistant professor level and they are assigned some tasks so that I can anticipate from this. So let's begin with the session. Thank you very much all of those who you have responded. So let me start. So if I can request that all of you can see me visible. I am visible. Yes, so that my screen will also be there. So let's start the session. Criteria 6 is about the governance, leadership, and management. And this criteria is very much important in the NAAC assessment and accreditation process. So how many of you are there from the affiliated institutes, and how many of you are from the universities? So that there would be, I think that session was there, and their associated partners were from the university. So I assume that the university is there, so that if the university's manual and this, all the parameters applicable to the university, I will share with you in my mind map technique. That presentation would be entirely different. Many of you might have seen, many of you might not have seen. So it's an autonomous affiliated college, SRM university, affiliated university. It would be affiliated, not affiliated university, it would be affiliated college, I think. Yeah, it's affiliated. So that blend is there. So I can see. And no matter it is whether you are from the affiliated university or you are from the affiliated college or any university, that's not an issue, because this criteria is dealing with the governance, leadership, and management, and this is quite common in all of the aspects of the higher education institute. And in this particularly, there is an important thing, that is the internal quality assurance management system, IQMS. And this IQMS is, we can say, it's the backbone for the whole NAAC assessment and accreditation process. And the people who are there involved in this IQC cell are having the huge responsibility to lead this assessment and accreditation process. And during peer team visit, this is the one of the most sought after criteria, where they will like to assess. Yes, somebody has raised the hand. So if any specific question is there, then we can take it out. Regarding audibility or visibility, if any issue is there, please let me know. Else, we will have the question answer session in the later session after this presentation. So let me share my screen with you. So all of you are ready? Yeah. So are you able to see this screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please, you can confirm. Okay, so I would request all the participants to kindly mute yourself, so that there should not be disturbance to the other participants. And the person who want to speak one by one, when after the session, we can have the question and answer session. So let's start with this. And let me make one declaration. If any point of time, if you feel that the audibility and visibility is a problem, kindly let me know by opening your speaker and tell me, so that it would be continued accordingly. So we will discuss this criteria 6, that is governance, leadership, and management, in the 4 parts. The first one is the outline of the criteria 6. Then the second part is we will discuss the key indicators one by one. There are 5 key indicators in this criteria. And then I will take one session about the IQAC. That first we will discuss about the key indicators, and the various matrices are there. So basically there are 2 types of matrices. All of you must be aware with that. That first one is the quantitative matrices. These are the objective type of data which are captured by the NAAC in the specified Excel formats. And the second type of matrix is the qualitative type of matrix. This is also known as a descriptive type of matrix. And in this descriptive type of matrix, we have to write down the strategies or the results or the content in the words, and maximum limit is 500 words. So let me move, and in this last session, I will give you a glimpse that the training, what are the various aspects of the IQAC members that they must be having, so that they can train the other faculty members of the higher education institutes. So in these 4 parts, we will discuss this whole presentation, and I would request you to please be with me for another coming 1.5 hours. So we will be discussing in detail each and everything. So let's have the outline of the criteria 6. There are total 5 key indicators, and there are total 16 matrices. And out of those 16 matrices, there are 7 quantitative matrices that are Excel formats, and there's 9 matrices are the qualitative, that are descriptive type of matrix. Now let's come to this thing, the key indicators. Key indicators are there. There are 5 type of key indicators that you can see here. That is key indicator 6.1, institution vision and leadership, comprising of 10 marks. The key indicator 6.2 is the strategy, development, and deployment, again 10 marks. Then the key indicator 6.3 is the faculty empowerment strategies, as carrying out 30 marks, so that we can see it is an important one. And then key indicator 6.4 is regarding the financial management and resource mobilization. So we will discuss one by one these things. Is carrying 20 marks. And then last one is the key indicator 6.5 is the internal quality assurance system. And this is one of the most important uh, key indicator in the whole NAAC assessment and accreditation process, because a lot of responsibilities are lying on this particular thing, because as the whole NAAC concept is there. So I would just narrate you down that what is the significance. First, let me make the context that what is the significance of the IQAC or internal quality assurance system. So NAAC's total focus is on the three parameters. Number one, the higher education institute has what type of or how many quality initiatives they have taken. Number one. Number two, the institution, once they have taken the quality initiative, then what are the various measures that are taken from the institute to sustain these quality initiatives. And the third one is that what are the measures that have been taken to the quality improvement and taking this initiative to the next level. So these are the three parameters that are being looked into by the NAAC peer team when they are visiting here. So in this matrices, we will see that there is a term that is known as the incremental improvement should be there if the institution is going first time. So in this matrix, we will see. So let me move to the first key indicator. Are you able to see this key indicator 6.1? We are discussing this one. And this key indicator 6.1 is the institution vision and leadership. And this institution vision and leadership is having two matrices. That is 6.1.1, that is known as the qualitative matrix. And this is the descriptive type of matrix in which we have to write down the 500 words about the institution has a clearly stated vision and mission, which are reflected in its academic and administrative governance. So this is the thing that is to be required. And now what is to be done in that? So this thing can be displayed and at the different part of the organization, that institution must be having a clearly stated vision and mission. So all of you must be aware about that, what is the meaning of vision and what is the meaning of mission. So this institute, every institute is having, and then these institutions vision mission should be displayed at the different part of the institutes. This can be implemented in the various brochures, circulars, admission pamphlets, admission brochures, or any other official documents. And one of the good practice that we used to do there at my previous institute, this was that in the footer of the any official document, we used to imprint or print this institution vision and mission there. So this could be one of the measure by which we can display or we can disseminate the information to the every stakeholder of the institute. Now let me tell you who are the stakeholders of any higher education institutes. So can anybody tell about that? Who are the stakeholders in the chat box so that I can see that? Let me tell you. So that first one is the students. These are at the key and key role. And then second one is the faculty members. The third one is management. Then the fourth one is the parents of the institutes. And the fifth one is the society in general, we can say. So these are the major key, or one more is there, that is alumni. So all these are the key indicators, and then how these things would be disseminated to them in the different modes and manners that I narrated here. So whole the description is to be given here in the 500 words. So this 6.1.1 criteria, this matrix is the qualitative type. So I think it is clear. Now let's move to the second one. That is the 6.1.2. Again, it is a descriptive type of matrix. And here that we have to show or we have to write down in 500 words about the effective leadership is reflected in various institutional practices such as decentralization and participative management. Now, what is the meaning of this particular matrix? So effective leadership is there. There may be the different type of education setup. That might be the university, that might be the higher education institute, which is affiliated to an university, or it may be autonomous institute, or it may be deemed university, or it may be private university, or it may be health science university. So irrespective of the type of organization, this leadership is always there. And NAAC want to see that how this leadership is being implemented in the different aspects. There are two important things: to what degree this decentralization of the processes and powers have been given, and the second one is the participative management. Then management is so there are two types of the things. That one, in many institutes I have seen that the principal is having the whole power, or the head of the institutes, and the remaining people would be dealing with that. The principal or power office is overburdened with with a lot many things. Everything is being centralized there. This is not desired from the NAAC perspective. So always the decentralization of the power or decentralization of the system is desired in this NAAC assessment and accreditation process. Now, what is the meaning of decentralization? So decentralization means how the institution is being operated, and from what is the decision making liberty has been given to the different corners of the institutes or different hierarchy level. So these are the things that should be narrated in the 500 words. Now, next one is the participative management. That whether in any strategic decisions, is there any participative management is there? That means the participation from the different stakeholders. So let's see the example of this. This itself, IQAC, you can see the composition of IQAC. I will show you there what is the composition of IQAC, ideal composition. So there would be one chairman, and usually he or she is the head of the institute. If it is the university, then chairman would be the vice chancellor, and if it is the institute, the principal would be there. This is the chairman. Then the second one is that there would be the senior faculty member who would be known as the IQAC coordinator or director. Then there would be the faculty members. 3 faculty members are minimum required. Then there is the you can say representation from the student part. The first one is the existing institution, existing students, and the second one is your alumni. And in the later stage, that you can see that alumni also should be the part of. Alumni should also be the part of this IQAC. Then you can see that the industry people are also invited. That should be there. So there is a specific format of the IQAC composition that has been given by NAAC. So I think all of you are aware with this. So these are the meaning of the decentralization and the participative management. Now let's come to the next part. I think if it is clear to all of you, the first key indicator 6.1, the 2 matrices. So please chat in chat box. Now let's come to the second part, that is the key indicator 6.2, that is related to the strategy development and deployment. So in this key indicator, there are 3 matrices: the 6.2.1, 6.2.2, and 6.2.3. And this matrix is comprising of 10 marks. And in this, the first matrix is the qualitative type of matrix, where the functioning of the institutional bodies is effective and efficient as visible from policies, administrative setup, appointment, service rules, and procedures. So now here the NAAC want to see that how the institution is functioning and the different type of bodies, so that we have to lay down the administrative setup, the hierarchical structure. Then it should be visible from the policies that everywhere the representation is there in the policy documents also from the different corners. Then they want to see that whether there are systematic setup or a set of standard operating procedures are there for the appointment. Regarding appointment, we can see that whether appointment is coming directly, the faculty, the person is sending the resume, the principal is appointing directly, or there is a structured manner so that the resumes are invited through the advertisement. Afterwards, the selection committee is being formed. Then the selection committee will be screening out these resumes, and after screening out the resumes, then the interview would be conducted. And after conducting on the interview, this appointment selected candidates could be appointed, and that there would be proper structured system. Then service rules are there in place or not? That this should be these are the regulatory requirement for any higher education institutes, that the service rules should be there. And in that service rules, that tenure, the terms of the promotion, the leaves, the different type of leaves should be mentioned. All these things are to be mentioned here in this matrix. This is carrying out 3 marks. Then next comes is the key indicator 6.2.2. So till now it's clear. Anybody can open the mic and tell me, yes, now it is clear. So while sharing the screen, I'm not able to see the faces of the faculty members. So kindly be with me so that it would be easy for me to that people are listening. Anybody can?
Yes, sir. Clear so far.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
So good evening, ma'am. So thank you very much for responding. So this 6.2.2 is next. Let's discuss this 6.2.2 metrics. This is again the qualitative type of metrics where the description is to be given, and here that NAAC want to see that whether the institution is having any strict plan prepared and that has been deployed. Now, what is the meaning of strategic plan? So usually these strategic plans have been made in terms of 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, depending upon the vision of the institute that after this time period. So usually 5-year strategic plan is to be asked. And here we can see that strategic plans means that what are the various plans. Suppose after coming 5 years, this institution is suppose at the stage of A running 10 programs. And in coming 5 years, the institution is intending to start the new programs, or the institution is planning to have the new infrastructural facilities there, or institution is planning to provide some new learning resources to the students in terms of infrastructure, in terms of chemicals, in terms of equipments, in terms of any other facilities like establishment of the facilities where the teachers can record the lectures, and since the NAAC is also giving the emphasis on the online teaching and learning, and then you can say the ICT enabled tools have been there or not. So in the previous criteria 4, you might have gone through all these things. So this strategic plan, the institution has to show that these are the plan by which we are intending to achieve our missions. So this is getting 2 marks. Then next comes is the 6.2.3, that is the quantitative type of metrics, and this metrics is related to that whether the institution is implementing the e-governance in the areas of operations. The areas of operations like administration, that whether there is a system of administration for the general administration of the institution, then the finance and accounts, then student admission and support and examination. So these 4 key areas the NAAC is looking for, that whether the e-governance has been implemented or not. So here this is, since this is the quantitative type of metrics, so there are certain specific standard operating procedures for the documentation. And this standard operating documentation requires having the 4 components. That first one is if the institution is saying that yes, we are implementing the e-governance in these 4 areas, then the NAAC would be asking about the supporting documents in terms of institutional expenditure statements for the budgets heads of e-governance implementation. So these should be reflected in the account books. Then second one is the ERP document, screenshots of user interfaces. Usually the universities or institutions are having ERP system, and this ERP system would be managing all the things of the data of the faculty members, leave application, student attendance portal, and the different. So that we have to have the screenshots, and these screenshots need to be uploaded while the SSR submission. Then the third document is the annual e-governance report, and that is approved by the Governing Council or Board of Management or Syndicate. So this e-governance report, that to what extent we have done or automated, or we have digitalized the complete system of the higher education institute. So this report is to be approved by the Governing Council or Board of Management, and this need to be uploaded in the scanned format while submitting the SSR. Next one is a policy document on the e-governance, that what is the policy of the institution for regarding e-governance in all these 4 areas. So far, this key indicator 6.2 is over, and there are the 3 matrices. So I hope that all these things are clear to you. So if it is clear, so please chat in chat box, yes, with me, clear. Then I am moving to the next key indicator, that is the faculty empowerment strategies. And here you can see the previous two key indicators were having 10 marks, while this key indicator faculty empowerment strategy is carrying 30 marks. So you can see the significance of this matrices because the more weightage has been allotted by the NAAC in this particular key indicator. Now let's see what is coming in this faculty empowerment strategies. So this faculty empowerment strategies is having the 4 matrices, and let's discuss one by one. The first matrix is the 6.3.1. It is the qualitative type of matrix, and in this matrix, the institution has to write down the narration in the 500 words about whether the institution has a performance appraisal system, promotional avenues, and effective welfare measures for the teaching and non-teaching staff. This is carrying 4 marks. So this thing usually are being in place at the institution, and many of time it is there that performance appraisal system, that is the promotional strategy or promotional policy, should be in place, and how this promotion are being there, career advancement scheme is there or not, whatever are the things, so that we have to write down in this carrying 4 marks. Then this next comes is the criteria matrix number 6.3.2, and this is the quantitative type of matrix. And in this quantitative type of matrix, the average percentage of teachers who are provided with the financial support to attend the conference, workshops, and towards membership fee of the professional bodies during the last 5 years. Now, let me ask this question to all of you. That you are attending this program, fine. In the chat box, I would like to have the answers from these people. My voice is low. Yeah, so somebody was writing, Sanjay Dubiji was saying that voice is low, so that you can increase the volume of your system, sir, so that it can be done. It's to be looked into from your part. Thank you. Yeah. So I would like to know that how many of you are attending this program and have paid the fee of 400 rupees? Yes. Please chat in chat box. Yes. Paid. Everybody is paid. Of course, this organization is looking into these things. Now, I would like to know that this registration has been done with the name of the institution or with the name of the faculty member?
Both, sir.
Both. So in the receipt generated by the institution, because this is going to be an asset, and then you can claim this into the coming NAAC assessment and accreditation of your institute. So usually many of people are there that both are there. So yes, this is the requirement. All of you are aware about this thing. So let me share my screen again. So we will see that what are the various documentation requirement regarding this. That average percentage of teachers provided with the financial support to attend the conference workshops towards the membership fee, and here is the documentation requirement for this. We can see that institution must be having a policy document on providing financial support to the teachers. I would like to know that how many of you are having this particular type of thing. Policy document is there, that by which policy you are being awarded this financial assistance. That whether the institution would be reimbursing or it is giving the registration for the participation in the different aspects, or this particular seminar or workshop or the FDP you are attending. Is there any policy that yes, we will be sending this faculty members and we would be giving the registration fee, or we would be giving the to and fro, though it is the online one, so that there is no point of the to and fro travel expenses, or the whole this registration fee or half one or 25% we will give. So there should be a policy document regarding this particular metrics. Then there should be the e-copy of the letters that indicates the financial assistance to the teachers and list of teachers receiving the financial support year-wise under each head. So the teacher may be given the financial support to attend the conferences or workshop or towards the membership fee or professional bodies. When you will see the metrics, this Excel format, this is available there, and there these three things have been asked differently. So that we have to mention that how many faculty members have given the membership fee reimbursement and what is the policy of that. So all these things needed to be uploaded. And once the faculty member is there, then e-copy of the sanctioning letter that yes, we will provide. So these are the documents required. Then the third point is the audited statement of account highlighting the financial support to the teachers to attend conference or workshops toward the membership fee or professional body. So see, this receipt is to be generated in the favor of teacher with amount given should be considered. And if this financial reimbursement is there in terms of cash vouchers, this would not be considered because this proof of payment is to be submitted and this proof of payment is to be reflected in the account books. So henceforth, the NAAC has been asking about the audited statement of account highlighting the financial support to the teachers. So if those who are not doing this thing, but the financial support is being given, then this audited statement is to be reflecting that in particular year, how many faculty members have been awarded this financial support. So you have to talk with the account department, then how you can do this thing so that this thing should be getting weightage. Then the next part is the average number of professional development or administrative training programs organized by the institution for teaching and non-teaching staff during the last 5 years, and it is carrying the 8 marks. So a number of professional development administrative training programs organized by the institution. So every institution is doing this thing. Here one thing that we have to look into, that for the faculty members, we are conducting the different type of faculty development programs, or different type of program. But many times it has been seen that for the non-teaching staff, this administrative training programs are being lacking. So if it is if you are doing this thing, then it's great. Else, you have to plan certain type of administrative training programs every year, because this would be the average of the 5 years. Now let's see what are the different type of documents that are being required in this quantitative matrix 6.3.3. This is the list of professional development or administrative training programs organized by the institution. First list we have to prepare. Then the brochures and reports, year-wise list of the participants in each program, and the photograph with the date or caption to be provided. So many times it has been seen that the institutions are doing activities, but the documentation part is quite poor. And these reports are being made, and it has been seen that many times that we have conducted the description that this is the program that we have conducted. This is the report. This number of participants have been attended, and the photograph we have pasted there. So here is specifically written, and this should be the practice, and this thing to be looked into by the IQAC, that every photograph which has been placed in the report must be having a caption that this is the program conducted. Suppose inauguration, usually every program inauguration is there. So that chief guest so and so along with the principal is inaugurating, illuminating the lamp, lighting of the lamp done at the program name dated. So that this description should be there below each photograph. Then the next comes is the annual reports, which are highlighting the programs which are conducted by the university. So complete annual report can be there, in which the summarized form we can put it here in the annual report. Then there is a specific thing that has been mentioned, that DVV partner. So all of you must be aware that what is the meaning of DVV. So if you are aware, then anybody can answer here. What is the meaning of DVV? Anybody? Let's make this interactive. I told you that this would be the interactive session. If not so, let me have some 2-3 minutes over it.
Excuse me, validation and verification.
Data validation and verification. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for replying. That other participants are also get benefited. Now, what is the meaning of this DVV? Data validation and verification is the description. This is the longer. This is the abbreviation, and then you have told the full form of the DVV. Now, what is this exactly?
सर पीपीटी दिखाई नहीं दे रही आपके स्क्रीन में. हाँ, अब दिख रहा है.
नहीं सर, मैंने वो if anybody can answer this thing, that the data validation and verification, what is that exactly and how it is being proceeded. If the people have been gone through and the first cycle, they would be very well aware, and those who are fresher one, that might be possible. So that I will take 4 to 5 minutes on this DVV aspect.
Whatever the information that you have into NAAC, if wants to verify your information, whether it is correct or the validity of the information.
Yes. So how this validity of this information is assessed? This validity of the information is being assessed by the various sources. The NAAC is having the resources. That the first most important resource is the website. So whatever the activities we are doing, and then we are circulating into the social media. So nowadays it is very much easy to assess this, and they are having all the tools by which they can do this thing. So once the assessments are being submitted, and there would be, if NAAC is having some questions, that this particular, you have given the list of the programs, and this program is having this brochure, and if this brochure, so that I think the thing that I have told, this is one of the most common queries that has been asked, because this particular type of, you can say, photograph is not there, caption is not there, so the NAAC will not be accepting this thing. They may accept, or they may ask you put this thing into the DVV process. So while putting this report, making the report, the IQAC members or IQAC coordinators has to look into very carefully that all these things are to be needed. Now there are standard formats of the report to be prepared. So that there should be the title one in the report. What are the various components of the report? That title should be there. Then there should be the brief description, that who were the chief guests and who are the people. There were the resource person. Then how many of the participants are there. Then we can have the segregation of that these are the participants from the institution, and these are the participants from the different other than the host institution. Then we can put the thing that these are the photographs are there, in which the participants are there, the resource persons should be reflected, and each photograph should be having a description. Then we can attach this resource person's biodata along with that. If any financial expenditure has been occurred, that can be included in that. So in this completely whole, this report would be including all these formats. Then this would be known as the complete report. So if we are submitting the data in such meticulous manner, then the chances are there that in the DVV process, very less queries would be generated. The more we make the things and process clear and transparent, the lesser the DVV queries would be there. So this is a general fundamental rule. So the IQAC is having the huge.
Sir, आपकी PPT दिखाई नहीं दे रही.
Sir, abhi PPT mein, I will just coming here. I'm just talking verbally. I will just show it once I will start resume this presentation. So just I'm telling you about the DVV part that was being there. So I hope this is one of the small games how that the report is to be prepared. Now let's come to this. Now is it visible PPT? Anybody can confirm? Sir, now it is visible, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Visible.
Okay. So let's move ahead.
Yes,
let's assume this 6.3.3, and that is quantitative metrics. And in this quantitative metrics, we can say that DVV partner may ask the participation certificates or attendance at the for the selected programs. If the data is large, they may, but we have to provide all the documents to the NAAC. And if they are asking that, okay, yes, this is the program in which you are claiming that these are the participants and this is the list, any specific participant's name certificate they can ask randomly in any year for the past 5-year data. Then next comes is the seminars. One thing that we have to take care, so that in this particular matrix, seminars or invited talk cannot be included. Then what are the things that would be included in that? See, these are the professional development or administrative training programs. 1-day seminar or the 1 hour or 2 hour things would not be here. So there should be according to the at least 3 days or 5 days programs are to be there. So this name, while doing this thing, the naming of the program is very important. So that we have to carefully select the name title of the program that we are conducting. So if you are with me or it is clear, please chat in chat box. You are at the same page with me. Yeah, so I think it's clear. So let's move to the next one. This next last matrix of this key indicator, sorry, let me make it clear. The key indicator 6.3, and we were discussing about the 6.3, we have done, and the last matrix that we are coming over here. Let me minimize all these previous things. Now 6.4.4, this highlighted one, is that it is again the quantitative type of matrix. And here 6.4.4, the NAAC is asking that average percentage of teacher undergoing online face-to-face faculty development program during the last 5 years. And in here, the professional development programs, orientation or induction programs, refresher courses, short-term courses are being included here. So orientation program may be conducted by the different agencies. So online are also included in this, and the offline faculty development program should be there. So here, this documentation requirement is that the 4 types of documents are to be provided. That first one is a refresher course of faculty orientation program or other programs as per the UGC or AICTE stipulated periods. And now, what is the UGC or AICTE stipulated periods? So normally it should be 1 week at least. So 1 week program, if FDP is being conducted or faculty member are attending the FDP, it should be at least 1 week. So many times the people used to have the 5 days and then extending the 6th one is that. So that overall 1 week program should be there. That if we are attending program, this should be 1 week. Like this is a 1 week program. This could be included here. This would be known as the faculty development program. We can mention there. Then the e-copy of the certificates of the program that are attended by the teachers. The certificate copy should be scanned one. And here one important thing that I would like to mention here, because in the previous institute, I faced a lot of problem while accumulating the data of this different. The moment, because this can be made a practice by IQAC members, how we can make it? That. Because every faculty member who is attending the FDP would be getting, and I'm not talking about this online programs, I'm talking about the offline program where the physically the faculty member would be absent from the institute. So if they are going to some place, they would not be at the institution, they would be claiming the duty leaves, and this duty leave would be provided on the basis of this brochure seminar. And this duty leave is to be held till the time the faculty member should submit again the certificate of participation. And once the certificate of participation there, the IQC should be having the mechanism that immediately that scan copy should be there, and it should be kept stored in the digital data along with the one hard copy. Because once this thing has been passed, the faculty member will also forget, the IQC department will also forget, and then at the time of this NAAC data compilation, we will be asking that please give us this e-copies or this document. Then the procrastination is the major problem that I have faced. I am not talking about this audience. So getting the retrieval of the data is again a challenge. So that's, if we are making a system of the collecting the data immediately, it would be great. So there would be, with the lesser resistance, we can collect the data. Now, this is the second part, e-copy of the certificate, that the list of participants for each the program during the last 5 years, that how many faculty members have participated, and along with that annual reports highlighting the program undertaken by each teachers. Now, let's think that what are the various specific points. The 2 points, that one teacher, if attending more than one professional development program in a year, is to be counted only once. So it is a better strategy that because here the average percentage of teachers. What is the meaning of percentage of teachers? Suppose the faculty members are there for any institution, 50 faculty members are there, and out of those 50, this 6 to 7 people are attending this FDP. So the percentage would be 7 by 50 into 100 for that particular year. Or total would be there for total 5 years. So the number of total faculty members would be there. So if a faculty member, one faculty member is attending twice or thrice, and it is a common practice. So the diversity of the number of faculty members should be given to get the maximum advantage of this FDP, this particular 6.4.4 matrix. And if the data is large and the documents related to the specific teachers will be sought after during the DVV clarification. And here the attending the seminars or invited talk are not to be considered. So let's focus on the FDP or orientation type of program or the refresher programs only. And then programs of duration less than those, usually it is 1 week is being there. So far, this is the key indicator 6.3, and I hope I have made the justice with this key indicator. Let's move to the fourth one. This fourth key indicator is about the financial management and resource mobilization, and it is carrying 20 marks. Now let's see what is there in this particular matrix. So matrix number 6.4.1 is the qualitative type of matrix, and this qualitative type of matrix is asking about the institutional strategies for the mobilization of funds and the optimal utilization of resources. So we have to give the description that indirectly they are asking about the budget, that for particular this is the funds and this is the things which have been allocated to the different development of the different resources or utilization of the resources, and what is the policy. Suppose the ICT facilities are there, so that how maximally we are utilizing those particular type of, if there is a common facility in the university system, then the how this are being utilized. So there should be some documentary data for that. Then next comes is the 6.4.2 is the quantitative type of matrix, and this Excel format is there, and this Excel format the data is to be filled. Here the funds and grants received from the government bodies during the last 5 years for the development and maintenance of infrastructure. So now see, all of you have seen this criteria number 3, where the grants that have been received from the for the research projects and other research activities, it should not be counted here. Here the specific thing is being asked that for the development and maintenance of the infrastructure. So there are a lot many UDCC scheme are there in which the UDC used to provide the capacity enhancement of the institution or infrastructure building, like sophisticated and instrumentation, SAIF, analytical instrumentation technique is one of that, or they can a center has been established for the faculty development, or center have been, or where the fund has been received by the government to install the required resources there. So if this type of fund is there, then is to be counted here. Now let's see what is the documentation specifications. Whatever the grants we are receiving, that audited statement should be reflecting these things, and then copy of the sanction letters received from the government bodies for the development and maintenance of the infrastructure, and specifically what not to be included, that avoiding the duplication from the criteria 3 and criteria 5 that have been asked previously. Already they have been submitted there, so need not to put it again. Then the second, the contribution in kind of form of equipment or software, etc., cannot be counted. So there should be some specific scheme under scheme. If it is there, then definitely it will be counted. Then the grants received under criteria 3 or 5 should not be repeated here. And the fourth point is grants received from government other than the development and maintenance. So all these things are overall saying that the duplication should not be there. Once this data has been mentioned somewhere, it should not be repeated here. Then the fourth one is this matrix number 6.4.3 is that asking the same thing from the non-governmental bodies. Again, it is 6 marks. So here the audited statements of the accounts, again, this should be reflected in that, and the copy of the sanction letter from the non-governmental bodies, individuals, or philanthropists, or for the development and maintenance of the infrastructure. And these are the things that not to be done, that is avoiding the duplication, and funds from own institution or own trust on the sister institutions are not to be considered. Because if the management is same and the trust is same, and from the sister concern, it would not be counted. Then the contribution in the form of equipment or software would not be counted. Then the grants received under the criteria 3 and 5 should not be repeated, and other than the same things are there that are already with the previous metrics. Now let's come to the last part of this key indicator, that is the fourth matrix, is the qualitative type of matrix. And in this, the NAAC is asking that institution is regularly conducting the internal and external financial audits. So see, regarding the financial audits, the audited statement itself is the audit that is being done by the CA or some accounts officer. If it is government agency, then the account department of the government agency would be doing this thing. But the internal financial audit reports are need to be also be prepared. So how frequently we are making this, so that there should be some strategy for this particular part.
So philanthropist का mean क्या है?
So इसका
philanthropist giving ये क्या meaning है?
So actually, I also do not know in my vocabulary. If anybody can answer from the faculty members, they can explain here, and so that they can come to know. So it's a verbal meaning, I do not know. Okay, so let's move to the next one, is that 6.5, the very important key indicator, and this particular internal quality assurance system is very close to my heart, and I used to enjoy to making the policies and to making the systems for collection of the data, all these things. So we will discuss one by one in detail. So this particular matrix is having, this particular key indicator is having 3 matrices, 10 marks of each. The first one is the 6.5.1, and this is the descriptive type of matrix. And here the what the question is that the internal quality assurance cell has contributed significantly for the institutionalization of the quality assurance strategies and processes by constantly reviewing the teaching learning process, structures, methodologies of operations, and learning outcomes at the periodic intervals. Now let's understand what is the meaning of that. This IQAC contribution is there. I told you that there are the 3 important components. The first one is the quality initiative, the second one is the quality sustenance, and the third one is the quality improvement. So IQAC's primary task is to see that whatever the policies are there, whether they have been institutionalized or not. Institutionalization means that you can say that there should be some standard operating procedures which are governing each and every process. How this thing can, by reviewing the teaching learning process. Now, how this teaching learning process would be monitored? So there must be some academic audit type of system. And if the system is there, then we have to describe what this system is, how this system is being proceeded, and how this outcome of this particular system have assessed. Then what are the structures in place? That what is the standard operating procedure? What are the various formats for this particular thing, and methodologies, that who will do this thing? So let me share one example of my previous institute. It was a university at a big setup, and there were the 11 constituent institutes, and there this academic and administrative process, how it was conducted. So let me share this thing. And I have hide this screen so that I can see the participants. So I would be requesting if everybody would be coming on the camera, so that it would be more easy for me to remain connected, if it is feasible, those who can come. So see, how many of you would like to know this example? Please type in chat box. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you would like to know this example, I would be requiring the yes from at least 10 people. So this is my way to keep the audience engaged. So please do not be offended with that. So yes, yes, many. Banerjee ma'am is saying, Vishnavya Banju ma'am, Swati ma'am is saying, Kavita ma'am, Meenakshi Tadish ma'am is saying, Sanjay Dubey ji is saying, Ranjan Barua. Thank you very much, all of you, for replying. So let me share you this academic audit process that we used to do there. So for all of you are enjoying this session and that getting the information.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
सर एक्चुअली में जब इसको मैट्रिक्स फिल किए जाते हैं ना, तब कई सारी डिफिकल्टीज आती हैं, कई चीजें समझ ही नहीं आती है कि उसमें क्या लगाएं. बहुत डिफिकल्ट है.
I completely understand because I have gone through the process. I can understand the pain of the person, particularly who is the IQC coordinator. That's, in depth, I have gone
आप
through
अपना
this problem.
ईमेल और मोबाइल नंबर लास्ट में दे दीजिए, जिसमें कि कोई जरूरत पड़ेगी तो आपसे कांटेक्ट कर सके.
Afterwards, and the last part, the training I have kept there. So by the time I would request that be patient and be with me so that I will address each and everything one by one. So thank you very much. Thank you for all those who have replied, and thank you to also those who have not replied. Okay, so let's move. I was sharing the example that what was the academic and administrative process. Now, what was there? The system was there. It was very fantastic system that I have gone through. Might be possible that some institution may have the better than that. So what I'm sharing you, what we used to do. So there was 11 constituent institutes, and at every 6 months, there were an academic audit, and in that academic audit, the format is there. Then every institute or department has to fill that format, and in this format, the different type of aspects. In the past 6 months, what the department has done in terms of organizing the program, in terms of publications, in terms of this examination conducted, or in terms of anything. So there is a structured format. And in that format, all the information used to be filled by the institution. And then there is a committee being constituted by one of the person from the IQAC team of the university and the 2 faculty members from other than that specific specialization. Suppose if the commerce department, the commerce was not there, if suppose the pharmacy department was there, pharmacy college was there, is to be audited, then the person from the medical college or dental college, one person from medical, one person from dental, they will be coming and they will be assessing all the academic aspects. That whatever the examination conducted, what was the result, then what were the particular type of programs have been conducted, whether the reports have been made in terms of the SOPs or not, whether this faculty members have maintained the course files, the mentorship system has been in place or not, if any grievance is there from the student, how it is being addressed by the department or by the institute. So all these things, this was an exhaustive overall one-day audit process. So this audit process was, what was the outcome of that? That during the NAAC, all these things are required. And whatever the things are required, that we have kept into the audit process. So the document 6 months. So each documents have been verified rather than at the time of SSR submission. If we are going to collect this thing, it is going to be mess. If timely manner we are doing this thing, it would be a good practice. And this DVV team, peer team, this peer team when visits, they used to look into this thing very carefully, and this is going to make a good impression if these things are in place. So this is this glimpse and outline that I have given to you about the academic and administrative process. You can evolve your own mechanisms there at your institute, depending upon the size, depending upon the number of faculty members, depending on the number of students, depending upon the number of resources you are having, whether it is semester system. If it is semester system, it's not possible. It is possible only after the end of the semester. If it is a yearly system, then twice or thrice. So that SOP is to be maintained. Whatever we are doing, it's to be documented. That's it. Because the NAAC is looking that you are doing according to a system and you are following the system or not. This is the only thing. So I hope this is clear. So let me come back to this presentation. So here, this is the thing that has been asked by this internal quality assurance cell is contributing significantly or not. Then the next part comes is that 6.5.2 is the quantitative metrics, and it is being of the 10 marks. And here the points which are to be taken into, this can be more than that also, but minimum are these: that academic and administrative audit have been taken, and the follow-up action. So once the academic audit has done, then how this IQAC is following up. Suppose some shortcomings have been identified. Now, what is the mechanism to address the shortcomings? That department will be rectifying these shortcomings. They will make the compliance of that, and they will be sending back to the IQAC within a time frame of 7 days that you have to go back. If some faculty members are not have not submitted this data, no problem. They might be absent on that day, or due to some other assignment, they would not able to. So they have to go and submit this thing to the central audit committee. And so that these are the things that have complied. So this system makes the everybody in place. And in the larger system, without this type of system, the things are going to be messed. Let me tell you. So there should be a specific system in place. Then the second part is the conferences, seminar, workshop on the quality conducted. That's mean what is the meaning of that? That many times it happens. I will show you the examples. What are the meaning? This is one type of the program that we are conducting here. We are setting in this. It is the type of one program that can be included here. So what is the meaning of quality related programs? So while designing the title, so please take care that the quality word should be there. That quality initiative for the effective teaching and learning process. The quality, the seminar on the enhancing the quality of research and development. The quality initiatives for enhancing the for redressal of the student grievance. The quality initiatives of the quality aspect, quality parameters, likewise that we can design. So that try to include the quality. What this is my suggestion. That if you can adopt anything other better measure, that it is there. So this is the meaning of the quality related seminars. Because other than these seminars, if are there, there is a separate place that where we can put this. So here only the quality related seminars are to be there, and that are to be monitored by the IQAC itself. And this is one of the function of the IQAC to conduct this type of activities. Then next part is the orientation program on the quality issues for the teachers and the students. Yes, usually we used to perform these FDPs, and in these FDPs are there for inclination or making orientation towards the how this quality can be enhanced. Then participation in NIRF, usually many institutions applies for that. So these are the things. Then any other audit, including NBA or ISO certification or any other quality audit has been conducted. These all things are coming into the 6.5.2, that is the quantitative metrics. Now let's see what are the documentation requirement here. And here the documentation requirement, we can see that supporting documents pertaining to NIRF along with the link is to be given. Then the list of conferences, seminar, workshop on the quality related aspects along with the geo-tagged photographs with the caption and date. Then the list of collaborative quality initiatives with other institutions along with brochures and geo-tagged photographs. And then last one is the list of orientation program which have been conducted. So these are the types of documents NAAC is asking. And of course, the institution who have gone through the data, the cycle 1, and then they will have to mandatorily submit the AQR in order to be eligible for the next Sakai cycle. And this is not applicable for the cycle 1 because institution is not NAAC accredited, and then participation certificates of the randomly selected activities can be asked if it is so. Then the next one is the collaborative quality initiatives with the sister organization under the same management cannot be considered. So please take care of this thing, that if the trust is same, management is same, and then in two institutions we are doing the things, घर में जो काम कर रहे हैं उसको नहीं करें, बाहर से जो institutions हैं उनको हम include करें. That would be giving more weightage. Then last part is the 6.5.3, that is a descriptive type of metrics, and this descriptive type of metrics is including the incremental improvements made for the preceding 5 years with regard to quality. And first, now how this thing can be shown in terms of incremental improvement. This can be shown because this is the thing which would be very important, and this can be included in the presentation of the principle which is to be done at the beginning of the NAAC assessment and accreditation process. And this could be the pictorial type of presentation where we can show that these were the quality initiatives we implemented, and this was the result in terms of the result of the student, in terms of the faculty members quality enhancement. The number in terms of number, we can show that in the first year the 5 faculty members were given, the second year 10, third year 15, likewise. So that increment is there. The result was there in the first year, second year, third year, the increment is there. So for those who are going for the first time, they have to show this incremental improvement due to the quality initiatives of the IQAC. And those institutions who already have gone through the NAAC cycle 1 and applying for the second or subsequent cycles, they have to describe the quality enhancement initiatives in the academic administrative domains successfully implemented during the last 5 years. So this is carrying the 10 marks, and I hope it is clear to all of you. So if so far this is all about this key indicators of this criteria 6, that is governance, leadership, and management. So if you are with me, then please type on the chat box same page. So afterwards, the second part of this seminar, I can continue. So we are having 20 more minutes. So if you are on the same page, please write down same page. So meaning of same page, because I have attended one of the seminar where I like this thing very much, and I used to include this thing in my forthcoming trainings and presentations. Yeah. So only this 4 or 5 people are being engaged. So my success rate is quite low. That out of 116, only 5 people, 6 people. Anyways, that's not. This is just the thing that I have shared. That the little bit things about NAAC accreditation. Yes, people are replying that. Yes. Rituraj ma'am, thank you. Kavita Vyas ma'am, Shivata ma'am, Monica ma'am, thank you. Mukesh ji, Vijay ji, Vishwa ji, Sidhu ji, Dunjan Barwa ji, Priyanka Bose ma'am. So thank you very much to all of you. Now, this is the first part that I have included here, and this is the components of the SSR. And in these 16 matrices are there. The 9 matrices, let me summarize this thing. 9 matrices are in the qualitative type of matrix, and the 8 matrices are there in the quantitative type of matrix. And this qualitative type of matrices are to be documented carefully. Of course, this document limited documents are being submitted to the NAAC, and these things would be assessed physically by the peer team members. And all of you must be aware that what is the percentage of the QNM and QLM in this, and if anybody can answer, there is a percentage weightage of the qualitative type of matrix and quantitative type of matrix in any institution. Let it be the affiliated institute, let it be the university, or let it be any autonomous college or what it is. So usually it is 70-30, more or less 68, 65, 70, 30 is there. 30% is the qualitative matrix, which would be assessed by the peer team, and the 70% is the quantitative type of matrix that already we have submitted and the assessment has been done before peer team visit. And this 70% marks, of course, the content should be there, but the documentation part is going to play a very important role, because many claims are being rejected by NAAC due to non-compliance of the standard operating procedures. And the queries would be there. More number of queries are there. It is the reflection that the documentation part or the transparency or the this thing have not been taken care meticulously. So this is about that, and then let me move that as I committed to you that I will also give you the briefing about the IQAC, that how this IQAC should work, and those people who are working in the IQAC team or are actively engaged in this NAAC assessment and accreditation process. So here we can see that how to constitute the IQAC. This is the complete blueprint that I have prepared for that. Here you can see the composition already I have shown to you, and this is the first step towards NAAC accreditation, because the constitution of this IQAC should be very carefully. The active person should be there, and particularly I would recommend one influential person from the organization should be there, that he can get the data collection, because a lot of resistance has been experienced while collecting the data from the faculty members or students. So this is my recommendation. Then these are the functions of the IQAC that you also can see there, that documentation of the various parts, dissemination of the information on various quality parameters, collection and analysis of feedback form. Yes, this is very much important thing, that feedback forms. These feedback forms from all stakeholders, whether let it be the faculty members or the students or alumni, this feedback forms about the MBS and then about the curricular aspects, that whether the institution, if it is a university, because in the recently in the updated formats of the NAAC has quite relaxed in this particular part for the affiliated institutes. But if the university is there, then universities are having the autonomy to design their own curriculum, and how this curriculum is being designed and who are the stakeholders in the designing of the curriculum, whether the industry people are being involved in that, or alumni are being involved in that, or the students have been asked that what should be the content and what are the problems. So there should be a specific mechanism that how this curriculum enrichment or curriculum updation has been carried out. Then these are the things. And then I have prepared a complete training module for the NAAC people, the person who is fresher one, until the peer team visit. The complete things are being there, including the academic and respective formats. So I'm showing these modules from that. Then here you can see that preparation of standard. I was emphasizing on the standard operating procedures, and during that, and then what is the meaning of that? Let me show you the glimpse. That what is the SOP, then what should be the tenure of IQAC, it should be 2 years from that. Then what should be the meeting frequency, it should be quarterly. Then meeting agenda finalization should be there. Afterwards, minutes of meeting would be prepared, then documentation of the meeting minutes, and then academic and administrative audits, when it would be conducted, schedule, outcome of audit, corrective measures. So all these things need to be documented accordingly. Then in this coming part, if the institution has gone through the first cycle, how the AQR is to be filled, because in the online format, a lot of problems are being faced. Then the other documents, SOP is preparation is there, SOP for the dissemination of the information, SOP for standard formats, SOP for the preparation of minutes of meeting records. Because if the institution is larger, every department would be recording the minutes of meeting in their own format. So the IQAC's responsibility is that they have to make an SOP and it's a standard format, and that can be circulated to all the departments or constituent institutes. Standard feedback formats, standard formats for academic audits, corrective action reports, then standard formats for analysis reports, lab display, measure term and quality report, scholarship department, annual report, student profile, UG, PG, faculty profile. All these things need to have an standard operating procedure. Then in this module 3, that what are the various goals of IQAC? Then this one thing that I was talking about, the decentralization part, and this 57 committees are being there, and if one institution is making all these committees, then all the aspects of the documentation part of NAAC are being covered in these committees. So these committees are there, like e-Bertie magazine committee, SOP committee is there, then gender sensitization, these are the regulatory committees, monthly audit, monthly pharma, entrepreneurship development cell, academy industry, PTC, ours is the pharmacy college, then the pharmacy pharmacotherapeutic committee, which is requirement of the Pharmacy Council of India, then a general club, medicinal garden, research projects record. So how the data is being collected? for each and every part aspect of the NAAC, there should be a person, so that in this manner there would be two advantages. The first thing that we would be able to show that how decentralized our mechanism is, and the second part is the data collection would be there. If the person is responsible, the institution would be knowing that okay, my e-certificate or certificate is the scan copy is to be submitted this fellow. Because in office many times what we do, and we used to miss this thing. Many time office people, because that's why the NAAC is emphasizing that the training of this support staff is also necessary, that how this documentation is to be done. Because I have worked in the many private institutions, and in the private institution, the least importance has been given to the non-teaching staff, particularly office. And in that office, the person who is making the documentation, they are doing the thing at their part, but from the NAAC perspective, there should be the standard operating procedure according to the documentation. How many of you are facing this type of problem in your institute? Please chat in chat box if you are involved in the data collection.
Any question? Please, participants.
This is the thing. Then let me show you one more thing. Is that there is the academic and administrative audit formats. Then what are the various formats are being required from the NAAC perspective? Then very essential academic audit information, administrative audit, how to be performed, and what are the objectives of the academic and administrative audits. Then what are the SSR preparation, what are the points that to be taken care of in that. This is the mind map for this criteria for the affiliated institutes. I have shown you this university part. In affiliated institutes, most of the things have been covered. So the numbering may be different. It may be the 6 point, because in here the 16 matrices are there. There the comparatively lesser matrices are there. So far, this is all about from me. And somebody were asking that they want to have the number with the permission of the hosts. Can I share the form here if you permit, so that if anybody is having any query, the latest.
Yes, sir. Please share.
Yeah, I'm submitting, giving you link of the form where you can fill this form, so that I can come to you know, and then in the remark section you can put. So this is the form that you can fill out, and then a specific query if you are in, I will try my best to revert back to you, because we are having the limited time. I'm coming 5 to 10 minutes are there, and in this 5 to 10 minutes that we can have a session on the question and answer. I would try my best. I'm not the I'm not claiming that I'm knowing everything, but majority of the things that I know, I would be trying my best. So this is all about
Sir, I am Dr. Rajesh Kumar Katare.
Yes, sir, please.
Sir, I am Dr. Rajesh Kumar Katare from Sage University, Indore.
Yes, sir.
हमें NAAC का 5 to 7 year हुआ है इस यूनिवर्सिटी को खुले हुए, तो इसमें कई सारी चीजें हम लोगों को क्लियर नहीं होती हैं. जैसे आपने डिस्कशन किया था 6.3.1 में, द इंस्टीट्यूशन हैज परफॉर्मेंस appraisal system and promotional revenue.
Yeah.
तो इसमें मतलब जो है promotional revenue का क्या तो शो करना पड़ता है यूनिवर्सिटी को?
सर
शो करना पड़ता है.
आपकी यूनिवर्सिटीज में कितने टाइप के प्रोग्राम्स हैं?
हमें तो सारा है, मतलब लॉ है, फार्मेसी है, एग्रीकल्चर है, मैनेजमेंट है, साइंस है, इंजीनियरिंग है, इंजीनियरिंग की सारी ब्रांच है, फुल यूनिवर्सिटी, फुल फ्लेज्ड यूनिवर्सिटी.
Fine. So I would suggest that in the regulatory requirements, those who are coming under the statutory regulatory authorities, SRA, so there are provisions being given there, And for those who are not there, then you can go to the UGC website and download their systems of the appraisal, the career advancement scheme. So this type of system you can implement at your part. The performance appraisal system, that means that at every year, whether there is a system in the institution to assess the performance of the faculty member. In this, various different aspects would be there. How many publications the faculty member, how many the seminar training programs have been attended, what was the pass percentage of the teacher. So you can design your own formats, or you can have some standard format from the standard organization. And then you can put this every year, make the documentation. This is the first year data, this is second year data, this is third year, fourth year, and fifth year. And then at the time that whatever is being asked, then it will be easy for you to do this thing. So of course the strategy should be there, that what are the promotional strategies, and how the increment. See, this is the related directly with the increments. How the increments are being given. Are all the faculty members are given the equal increments, or there's a gradation 5, 10, 15, 20%? If it is so, then on the basis of what you have done this thing. This is the meaning of performance appraisal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Nice presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So far, if anybody is having any other question, I am here for another 10 minutes.
Good evening, sir. Kritika here.
Yeah, ma'am, please.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Sir, you already described that the college or the university can conduct a 5 days program like the FDP programs and other workshops and seminars.
Yes.
So for that, we need to invite the speaker or the trainer from the outside, or the college faculties can work or can present or can conduct the seminars and workshops by themselves.
Yes. As far as the IQ quality events, the quality related activities are concerned, so if the person is their IQC coordinator, they can conduct the training program, but there should be the diversity, appropriate diversity. You see, all the programs, if you are conducting in-house, it would also giving the negative impact. So that blend of these things you can adopt.
We can invite from other college.
Yes, you can invite from the other college person, and you can do this thing there, and then you can conduct likewise. In my university, I conducted one you can say orientation program when this revised accreditation framework was introduced, and the many faculty members were not knowing about that, what is the QLM, what is the QNM, how the documentation is being there. So I conducted a program for the whole university, in over 200 participants were there from the different institutions, and their institutions, independent quality IQC coordinators. So this program was conducted by me in presence of my vice chancellor. This was counted there NAAC. And we also used to invite the people from the SERB, DST. We used to invite the people from the different institution, universities, from the clinical departments, and from the experts. Likewise, this could be one of the things that a NAAC accreditation orientation program, or the quality enhancement through the NAAC perspective, likewise the title of this particular seminar. So you can invite the people throughout the thing, and if it is not possible to arrange the offline one, then online would also be counted. Nowadays, NAAC is considering all this thing. But of course, again, there should be the perfect blend. All this program should not be the online. All the programs should not be the offline. Now the COVID is over. Yes, diversity and blending should be there. Balance should be there. So I hope this thing is clear to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir. The session is amazing, sir. You share your personal experience, and you solve all the queries of participants is very clear, sir. The RFI family is very feel gratitude for you. You share your deep knowledge with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sir,
and
good evening, sir.
Yes, Rupesh, how are you, sir? Please open your camera if it is possible. I would like to see you.
Sir. As usual, excellent, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. I tried my best.
You shared things with different ways, sir. So definitely the participants will be benefited from that.
Yeah. I hope so. That
Pleasure to hear you, sir.
yeah, that's here are the things being mentioned here that I can see this chat box.
Please share your
So this
email
is
and mobile.
sir, this is the thing. If you are having any specific query, that you can just fill this feedback form. I would try to make the best, and you can write down my email ID, and that email ID is coachmsrathod@gmail.com. Yeah, just I'm putting here in the chat box. I applied that term coach in front of my name because that this NAAC accreditation is at the core of my heart, and I have involved in this process for past 7 to 10 years. In the work, had worked in the different organization. Let it be the affiliated institute, let it be the autonomous institute, let it be the deemed to be university, and currently I am in the private university. So I am having the flavor of all the type of setup for the NAAC accreditation, and everywhere where I used to go, whether I want or not, I am being included in this NAAC assessment and accreditation process. Because from the inner core, it is coming that whatever I am doing, I cannot stop myself to share. So this is the thing. Yes, Priyanka ma'am is asking. Yes, I am on the LinkedIn. You can simply search it out with the name Mahendra Singh Rathod, Principal, Gitanjali Institute of Pharmacy, and we can have connect over here. And just those people, fine. That we can have connected anywhere, anytime. I'm happy that this large strength or gathering of 107 participants at one time, it reached to the around 130. So this is the thing that people are sparing their family time for the learning about the quality initiatives. So I express my deep gratitude to all of you that you are quality conscious teachers. This indicates that you are here, and I am thankful to the organizers and to Rupesh Shuklaji particularly for giving me to interact with such a nice audience. Thank you very much to all of you. And at some point of time, if we will meet, then I am having a lot of things to share. Because actually, before starting of this seminar, no issue that let's think time is over now. It's 7 o'clock. So thank you very much. Yeah, Indira ma'am, please, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you once again. Have a nice evening, sir. And thank you so much, all of dear participants. Thank you so much.
So,
Everyone
nice
can
day.
left the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, so nice day.